Hey guys, BrickQueen here to finally review the Hogwarts clock tower from 2019. But before we get to that, make sure you have already subscribed to the channel and ring that bell to turn on all your notifications for the channel. Now this set is set number 75948. It has 922 pieces and it cost about $90, which I don't think is that bad for everything you get in this set. So let's check it out. Let's go ahead and start with the most important part of the clock tower. The clock, of course. So this part up here is the clock that I think is not quite as impressive as the old one. And if you want to see how the old one works compared to this one, let me know in the comments. I can definitely do a comparison video for you guys. If you're interested, just let me know in the comments below. Now, you may have noticed that the set is not connected back here. That's because you can see those two little connector pieces comes apart really easy, and it makes it so much better to show you how the clock works. Now, the hands themselves, you can move like this, and you can individually change the time like that. Now, if you want to turn it, there's this little crank on the back, and there's what looks like a little gear piece next to it that actually does nothing. You can see when I move this, that piece doesn't move. Seems like it should, it doesn't. So when you turn this, let me show you what happens. That. So it just turns it around. It doesn't move them individually. If you want to move these individually, you just have to kind of do it yourself, like that. And you can, set the time how you want, or you can use that to turn them both at the same time. And this part doesn't move. Actually, this I found really kind of interesting. This is actually a shield piece that's connected onto there. You can see the back there. It's just a shield. So I kind of like that they did that. And that shield is a printed piece, by the way. That's nice. And also the clock face is printed. So, I mean, it's really nice that you don't have to put those kind of stickers on. It's really great. But, I mean, the clock looks nice. I just wish that the functionality was a little bit better there. Now, on the back side here, at the top, we have part of the hospital wing. We have two hospital beds here, and the blue little curtain dividers. Also back behind them, there are the little cabinets that sit next to the bed with a little lamp. And so here's Ron in his Yule Ball outfit, which he hated, by the way. If you remember the movie, he absolutely hated it because it was a hand-me-down. But there's the second face, probably more how he really felt about wearing this was more like that face than the smiling one. But I think his coat went all the way down, like maybe not all the way down to his feet, but I thought it was longer. So maybe they should have printed a little bit onto the legs. I think that would have been great. But still, it's a okay figure. I'm glad that they at least gave us a Yule Ball version of him. And this is actually the second Yule Ball version of Harry Potter here. But still, it's a nice version. I like the suit he's got. It's very nice. And there's the printing on the back. And he also has a second face. So, again, really nice. And this side of the hospital wing is just like the other side, basically. So, and below the hospital wing, we have the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom, which I think they did a really good job on. And let me show you my favorite piece, which you'll be surprised is actually a sticker piece. But this piece right here, which obviously is very easy to take out, like I said, it is a sticker, but I'm loving that they put Moody on there. And this is when he was asking them to list the 3 unforgivable curses. And you even have the bug down here. Can't remember what it was called, but I know that they told what the what kind of bug it was, or creature, really. And that's what they performed the curses on, essentially. But I'm loving that they did include that. you know, for him to teach that. I think that's really cool. Just a nice little touch there. They do have a little book in the classroom, which always has Wingardium Leviosa in it. Be nice if they maybe changed that piece up a little bit. We've seen that quite a few times now, but not a big complaint. Classroom overall looks very nice. And then below that, you have the entrance hall here with Fleur de la Cour in there. Let me go ahead and show you this minifigure. It's a nice dress for her. Although the bottom, I'm a little sad, is not printed. I wish it was. There's the back printing just a little bit, and she does have a second face. So, I mean, it's like from the waist up, I'm very happy with the figure, but I do really wish the dress part was printed. That would have been really nice, in my opinion. So you have just a chest here, doesn't actually have anything in it. I mean, clearly you could store stuff in it if you wanted to. And this, which is a little out of place, is the Goblet of Fire. That is what that's supposed to be, although I don't think it was actually in the entrance hall. Unless, I mean, somebody tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think this is actually where it was. They just kind of put it in here so it was included. And then there's the front of the entrance hall there. And for the rest of the set, now this side isn't really anything super exciting. You just have some stickers around here to kind of make it look more brick-like, which is fine. But really the interesting part is on the other side here. And this is another part that you can actually take this section apart like that. So it comes apart into 3 sections, which I think is kind of nice. You can kind of rearrange it how you want to, if you want to do that. But let me show you these parts of the castle here. So this part is supposed to be the ball itself, obviously. Now, I both love and dislike this at the same time, and let me explain that a little bit. I love that you can make this spin and the little pieces spin around at the same time, so it does look like they're dancing. But you see how I'm having to move it, actually touching the bottom part to do this? That's the part that I'm not crazy about. I would love there to have been a crank right here that you could turn and move the whole thing. That, I think, would have, really amped this up a lot and really, kind of made it really special, I think. And to go along with that part of the scene, we do have 2 tables here, which are really nice looking, the way they decorated them with these little, I guess they're supposed to be icicles, but I'll always call them unicorn horn pieces. And then you have the ice on top, like ice sculptures basically, is what that looks like. And you also have a tree, Christmas tree over here. So that is nice. Now, I don't want to skip the minifigures here because there's some really, really cool ones included here. So first up, we have Victor Crumb, which is a nice looking minifigure. We have seen Victor Crumb twice before that I know of, maybe 3 times, but I know at least 2 times for sure. But not this particular version of him. I like that we have his, Yule Ball outfit. I think it looks really nice, and it's just a really good look. And I don't really like that he's smiling because, well, he really didn't smile a lot. That face is really more accurate. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and turn that around because that's really the face he's making the majority of the time, to be honest with you. And he went to the dance with Hermione, who I like her dress. I like the design on it, but I am curious why they didn't do a dress piece. This is a brick and then, one of the flat pieces underneath it. The printing on it looks fantastic. And I guess her dress was a little bit more fitted. Maybe that's why they did that. But, I mean, if you were going to use just a brick, I would have liked to have seen the back printed as well. That would have been great. But really nice hairpiece. And then there's her second face. Really great back printing as well. They did a good job on, at the very least, the top half of the dress. Maybe a little bit could have been improved on the bottom part, but still, it's a really nice minifigure. And I'm going to go ahead and just put those two back on here so they can dance. And we'll turn this around and check out another pair that was dancing together. So we have Dumbledore, and this is a very different looking outfit for him, I think. Not really crazy about this particular outfit, but I do think they did a pretty good job designing it. I didn't even like it in the movie, if that makes sense. I liked it better when he was wearing blue, I guess. And the back of his, well, not dress piece, but robe piece, really, the back of his is printed. So I think they should have done that on, which one was it? Fleur de la Cour that I was talking about. Nice back printing, though, really nice. And second face is great. And I don't know if you noticed this, but on one side, he has glasses, and on the other side, he does not. So you can choose basically which Dumbledore you prefer him to be. In this particular scene, really, you kind of want to pick a certain one, but anyway. Then we have Madame Maxime, I think is how you say it. I always say it wrong, and I tell myself I'm going to remember how to say it, and then I don't. So I think it's Maxime. I could be wrong. Maxime, I think is what it is. Somebody tell me in the comments. Is it Maxime? I think. Madame Maxime? Maybe? Sorry, don't want to spend forever on that. Anyway, really nice detailing on her. They even got the detailing on her face with the lines, the wrinkles on her face. It does make it look more accurate to how she really looked in the movie. So I actually like that. I think they did a good job. And she also has the printing on the back of her dress, which I love. And you can see the size difference, which makes perfect sense considering she's a giant, or at least part giant. Is she full giant, or she's got to just be part giant? Kind of like Hagrid is just part giant. Anyway, and then she also has a second face there. So very nice indeed. And the last section of the castle over here, we have Dumbledore's office at the top, which they did a fantastic job on. We even have the pensieve over here on the side, and then we've got bookcases and pictures around the walls, which those are stickers, but not a big complaint from me. And kind of adjust my light here so you can see it a little bit better. In the back on the wall, you can see the sticker has the Sorting Hat on that side, and then also Fox on this side back here. So I really like that. And all the books on the walls, very, very nice. And I think they did a pretty good job just designing the desk and everything like that. And at the top, can't forget the Sword of Gryffindor up there. If I can talk today. Anyway, below that, last but not least, we have the prefect's bathroom. And of course this was important in the movie because this is where they came and found out how to open the egg and all that. Anyway, over on the side, let me kind of move this a little bit. If you look through here, doesn't want to focus very well, but you can see this is actually a clear piece. It's one of those glass pieces, but then also the sticker is almost see-through, so I really like that. So it still looks like glass there with the mermaid. Fantastic. And we have Cedric Diggory down here in the prefect's bathroom, and this is the last minifigure in the set. Cedric Diggory. This is, what, the third time we've gotten him now? I believe he was in the Harry Potter minifigure series, was he not? I'm pretty sure he was, anyway. So there's the back. Not a whole lot going on the back there. He does have a second face. All of them do, pretty much. But anyway, I really love the hairpiece that they chose for him. I think that's perfect. So that is everything. I know this is a big set and this was a very long video, but I hope you enjoyed it. And again, if you do want to see a comparison to the old one, or at least just how the clock works compared to the old one, let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys next time.